Hey everybody, Jay Barbino here, welcome back. It's Metroid Prime 3, Corruption. We're hot on the trail of Ghor. Trying to get his plasma cannon, he busted up the AU here, so we gotta fix it. He seems pretty possessed. It's unfortunate, because that's why we had to kill our buddy Rundus also. Major lag. I just sat there in disbelief as it was happening. Maybe you all thought your video froze. So this is a good opportunity to show this off. So if we Hypermode... Now obviously I don't want to overload, but we can just toggle back and forth like this. There we go. At the cost of virtually nothing.
Ship status alert. Unknown entity approaching. Commencing hull lockdown.
So you're not supposed to know where he is. I think the game expects you to go back to where his empty suit was and realize it's not there anymore. And then your ship would alert you like, uh-oh, he's here. I actually have to focus on the timing of those vertical boosters. Alright, the half pipe is considered research in this game. Oh, I see we got a new motion control type thing here. This one is more... I just have to spam it. It's very sensitive with how I rotate it. I can't make it really go any slower, depending on the direction that it's moving, so I just have to spam the button and hope that I get it. The nice thing is you can use the spinner to unlock some kinetic orb cannon shortcuts. So while the grapple zip lines are kind of fun, it gets to a point where you wish you could skip them, and indeed, we just skip them. The poor tin bots. And now that we have the boost ball, we can check out what's up here. Even though our ship is in active danger, we'll take a quick detour. Bonk. Absolutely worth checking. I think those are in the game just to let you have fun with them. We're just about back. Uh-oh. Maybe this was a mistake.
Ship priority status alert. Warning. Hull integrity is compromised. Armor damage is critical.
Well, yeah, because he's just beating the shit out of it.
Just in time. Catch! Don't you feel the power? Soon everything will be corrupted, including you.
All right. Ghor. Shield repels all weapon fire, powered by a unit on his back. Ghor's energy shield is capable of repelling all weapons fire, but the back-mounted generator is exposed to attack. Overloading the generator could expose the well-protected critical systems behind his battle armor. Ghor's arsenal is considerable. Plasma-based beam weapons, attack claws, and a multi-missile system are at the cyborg's disposal in battle. These battle systems can be combined and fired at once as a devastating alpha strike. Target is also capable of a high-speed ramming attack, although this is potentially dangerous if performed over a slippery surface. Okay, well, he's about... I mean, I have my scan visor up, and he's going to hit us. There's no way to avoid it. But, oh, look at this suspicious fuel gel. Susceptible to extreme temperatures and will freeze if exposed to cold. So, you freeze the fuel gel, and then he'll wipe out. And then we just hypermode and blast him in the face. Pretty consistent pattern here for phase 1. Let's get this energy. So now he's vulnerable quite frequently, but when he does this beam attack, we can go underneath him and boost ball off the side. But the important thing is that we make him vulnerable by hitting his little rainbow dangle. So now he's hyper-moded, so he's going to do increased damage, and he can only be damaged if we hit him in hyper-mode ourselves. I'll grab this. He's also no longer in hyper-mode. Another needless death. Alright, so now we have the plasma beam. So we can save at our ship and resupply, but I'm pretty sure we can't fly it anywhere because it's all busted up. With the plasma beam now, we can mount these metal sheets. And the plasma beam just completely overwrites your power beam. So we don't have a power beam anymore, it's just the plasma beam. They just overwrite each other. So we can mount these sheets. Our typical normal attack has increased damage, and we can weld circuits to fix them. So like the AU unit, for example. So that's where we're going next. Okay. The coveted Shriekbat scan. This is like the only spot we can get it. So let's be very careful. There we go. Elysian Shriekbat. That's 2 of 3 Shriekbat scans down. Let's keep it up. That may very well be the only room you can get that in. And just to add insult to injury to the poor tin bots, now we can melt them. Which looks awesome, but it's just sad. I feel bad for them, you know? They don't deserve this. Bonk. So now we've used the boost ball to open up some shortcuts, and now we've got the plasma beam, we can open up a pretty good shortcut here as well. So with the charge shots, we can melt these pieces of metal. Those 2 were not required to be melted. I just like melting them all. Now we can use this cannon. Ow! There's some random metal that can be melted here, but there's nothing behind it. It's just crates. Alright, let's fix our buddy. I do feel like this is a pretty clever use of motion controls. Now that he's fully operational, we want to scan him so he can go in our logbook.
Thank you, Samus. We have restored our connection to Skytown's network. Now we can execute our plan to destroy the Leviathan. We must first disable the Leviathan's protective shield. Unfortunately, the generator for this shield is hidden beneath the dense clouds of Elysia, and so is impossible to reach directly. As an alternative to destroying the generator, we have calculated that a massive thermonuclear explosion would likely destroy the shield itself. This facility possesses the components to create such a device. We would like you to build this device and drop it on the Leviathan's shield. Unfortunately, The components are too large for you to lift unaided. You will need assistance to move and assemble them. There is a Federation landing site far to the east of Skytown. You will be able to find something to help you there. We will upload the current map data of this area to your suit. This should help you get started. Good luck, Samus.
Alright, it gives us the map. No extra landing zones like in Brio. So, technically right now we could just go ahead and go right back to Brio, because that's where we need to go to get our next item to proceed. But it's definitely better to go this way first, and you will see what I mean. You'll see what I mean once we get there.
Ship status update. Auto repair functions complete. Ship is ready for use.
So now we're going to go to the left from this spire dock. We haven't been over here yet. Most importantly, we gotta scan the door, the orange door. Orange Brionian, no, Elysian door. We don't have to go in here, but we'll trigger a narration to tell us, hey, wait.
Samus, perhaps what you require to access the Federation landing site in the east is not on this planet. The item you need may reside on a world you have previously visited.
And, like, this is a Metroidvania dog. I know I need to go back and visit places I've already been. Just, again, it's when people talk about this game being very hand-holdy, that's what they're talking about. There we go, so we can open up this little go-between. And because we had the plasma beam, we could melt the metal in front of this little opening. And thank God, a ship missile expansion, just what we needed. Phew. Okay, now unfortunately that dumped us back at the beginning. I'm just not going to acknowledge that I fell into the void earlier.
Samus, the security locks have been engaged on this landing site. This was surely a result of Ghor's recent activities. I will unlock this area, allowing you to command your ship to land.
So he needed to be connected to Elysia to do that. So we needed to beat Ghor and get the plasma beam before we could unlock this other landing pad. So this is handy because now we can just go straight to Brio from here, and after we get what we need on Brio, we can come right back to this landing pad. Not to mention, this landing pad is a little more central to everything as opposed to the very first one, which is pretty far away from everything else. So there's ice all over Brio. I just know that what we need specifically is at the fiery air dock. So we could just go all over Brio and use the the boost ball and the plasma beam and all sorts of stuff. But again, we might as well just grab what we need. And then if anything is unlocked along the way, we'll do so. But I'm not going to go out of my way to like, oh, I can break some ice over at, you know, Thorn Jungle Air Dock or something like that. So there's a little tunnel that was covered in ice previously. So that's where we're going to go. Jesus. This game sometimes, man. This emulator / game. But before we do that, we can grab an item. It's an item that's been taunting us every time we've come in through the main entrance here. And we get a Brionian orange door. Thank God, am I right? Good thing this is its own scan. Otherwise, we would have had no idea. Alright, Brionian lore. Prophecy. As time slowly passed, I grew old. Even the combined power of magic and science couldn't cheat death forever. In order to preserve Brio's environment, I would need a successor. Finding one was a daunting task, for most of the folks saw me as a monster. Time passed quickly as I searched, and my efforts appeared to be in vain. Seemingly by chance, I found a young primal wandering the wastelands and rescued her. But this was not a chance encounter. She was a prophetess, tirelessly searching for the last Lord of Science to speak to about her visions. In her dreams, she saw starborn death coming to Brio, and with her vision came a plea to save her world. Based on her information, I began work on improving the existing decontamination equipment to help prepare a defense for Brio against the eventual catastrophe. So they've already destroyed themselves, and in comes Phazon Meteor to pick up all the pieces and finish them off. So this missile expansion we were able to see up here every time we came in through the fire air dock. And now we can finally get it. Always on your first playthrough, you see those tantalizing upgrades just taunting you. But you can't get them till a bit later. And then you realize, oh wait, missile expansions are sort of worthless, unfortunately. Please. So I try to avoid these tunnels where possible because they're time-consuming, but this is definitely the fastest way. All right. So we've uncovered a mysterious warp portal. So we discovered a new area, like Ice Brio or some shit. I don't know. All I know is there's some hot wall lore, so let's get it. Our plea. Sadly, disaster came to us before we could finish our work. An accident caused our supply of fuel gel to explode, sending fire to the sky and exposing our position. It was not long before our primal warband saw the great fire and rushed to attack. Without a way to power my great Moganars, I had no way to defend myself from their assault. Fleeing would only drive them to pursue us to no end, and they would show no mercy to either one of us, once caught. I had no choice except to stand my ground while the prophetess fled to safety. With her, I sent my records of the past, in hopes they would both find sanctuary. You now read my last words, etched in stone and placed by the prophetess. We speak to you from beyond the grave, to plead with you. Save our world from the starborn plague. Lift the veil of hate from the eyes of our people. May our remaining relics serve you well in this struggle. So I guess similar to like the Luminoth. Yeah, okay. Creepy Brionian ghost. Similar to the Chozo and the Luminoth. It's kind of implied like a lot of their technology was shared across the stars, so that's why like there's like random stuff on Ether and random stuff here that we can use that works with our Chozo suit. That cannon is just to get back out. Screw attack online. So this allows us to jump up to 5 extra times horizontally, and also wall jump. I find wall jumping and just using the screw attack in general just a little more user-friendly in Prime 3 than in Prime 2. Prime 2, you had the much higher chance of sliding off the wall. So we can grab this. Another ship missile expansion. Phew. Game's gonna get a lot easier now. That's pretty easy to miss, actually. Oh, okay. Also, the first wall jump in Prime 3, it automatically starts kicking you towards the other wall. Whereas in Prime 2, there was a really high chance that you would just slide right off when you were trying to get started. And that's it. That's all we needed here. We'll be coming back here. There's one more upgrade to get. How about you need the spider ball. So when we do Brio cleanup later, we'll come back and get it. But that's it. Now we just need to get back to our ship. Which probably the best way to do that is to just go exactly back the way we came. If I can ever get in there.
Samus, are you there? We have been trying to reach you. Is everything alright? There are some important new findings. A reconnaissance team has discovered the location of the missing flagship Valhalla. As I am sure you are aware, this vessel was attacked by pirates 5 months ago. We request that you investigate the Valhalla for any information about the pirates and their master plan. We will upload the coordinates to you now.
Alright, so the Valhalla is where we're going to use all of our energy cells that we're collecting. At this point, we've only picked up one. We're going to get a second one pretty soon, which I have to remind myself to scan before we take it out of its socket, because I forgot to do that with the first one on Brio. But that's kind of like the culmination of our Artifact Sky Key Hunt. We're collecting these energy cells, we take them to the Valhalla, we can unlock doors, and we get information about what the pirates are up to. So now we can head right back to our brand spankin' new landing site A at Elysia with the screw attack. So next step, we're going to go up that wall jump behind the orange door at Elysia just to see what's up there. That's pretty much it. We're looking for some sort of technology that'll allow us to lift heavy stuff. So again, we never needed to unlock landing area A, but or landing site A, it's just so much nicer. Did I scan this on my way out? I did not. He was hiding from me. Alone. In the year 400 of Elysian Reckoning, the time for our Chozo creators to leave had arrived. To us, they entrusted the station and its purpose. We were to stand vigil and watch over the station until the time when others seeking knowledge and enlightenment arrived. With their departure came one last request from the Chozo Searcher, to continue exploring the skies for the answers to the mysterious planet. We gave her our word and resumed her tireless search. Day after day, we hunted for the answers she desperately sought, but our efforts yielded nothing. We failed. I'm pretty sure that one chronologically is before the slumber one that we had read about. Okay, now we can scan this. Wall jump surface. Haven't really been using that Hyper Ball very much. I guess I could try using it in combat. I don't know about you, but to me this just looks terrifying. Like, can you imagine riding in this thing? That seems just horrifying. New area discovered. Well, space pirates are here. There are space pirates everywhere. Every zone's got some pirates in it somewhere. Please don't. Please don't. Alright. I'm pretty certain there's nothing new here to scan, so let's just go for it. I know he turned blue, but that's because he went to Hypermode. Get back here. How did he get up there and then send the elevator back down? I call shenanigans. Just using all of my energy tanks. Yep, just see you later, buddy. No need. Alright, so it's a new special flying pirate dude. Armor resistant to beam attacks. We'll see about that. So I'm going to break off his armor. Oh, he's hypermoded. Never mind. What you can do, there's an achievement, we'll get it later, with flying pirates, where you can light them on fire and then pull off their jetpacks. Just need the plasma beam to do it. I'm really just beelining to where I need to be to get the next upgrade. We're going to end up coming back through this whole area to build the bomb anyway. So we're not skipping anything. It seems like we're just moving quickly through these new areas, but there's just nothing we can do in them yet. Been a while since we've seen those jump mines. So these are like the Phazon swarms, but they're just slightly different and they kamikaze into you once they blow up. Some missile expansion in that machinery to our left, but we can't get to it currently. This elevator is broken. Once you get to the top, I feel like it'd be a great shortcut to have it get fixed, but nope. You can't. It's just always broken. This thing right here is going to be part of the bomb eventually. No, maintenance bot, no, I didn't mean to lock onto you. Jay Barino, you monster. Federation. Time passed slowly as we suffered through our bad dreams. We endured their visions until finally, in year 1435, our automated defense systems were triggered. A number of aliens, well-armed and armored, had penetrated our battle screens and entered Elysia Station. Per protocol, we were revived from stasis to defend our home. As we mustered for battle, the aliens communicated with us and declared themselves to be under the banner of peace. A truce was called, and soon we began negotiations with the Galactic Federation. The Treaty of Elysia began a new era of prosperity for us. Well, that's nice. Oh gosh. Not when we're trying to time screw attacks, game. So for some reason, these bots can go into hypermode. I don't understand it. Maybe the space pirates have repurposed them, I don't know.
Samus, I will unlock this area, allowing you to command your ship to land.
Alright. New landing zone.
Data received.
And also, this is the Galactic Federation landing pad, so we can upgrade our ship with something. New grapple system added. Ship grapple beam is online, so we can use that to build the bomb.
Samus, now that you have the ship grapple, you should be able to assemble the Theronian bomb. We will upload the coordinates to all 3 bomb components to you now.
Alright, and with that, this is where I'm going to save and stop for today. Thanks everyone for joining me. Next time we're going to build that bomb. We're also going to visit a spooky research center. Alright, see you then. Bye-bye.